Hi there, a very good morning and good afternoon to all of you, depending on wherever you're watching. This simply stocks, and today I bring to you the pharmaceutical sector, and this is a sector that has been marred by a lot of, you can say, US FDA scares, and over the last year or so has dwindled down a big time, has come down from the top. So now is the time probably to buy these five best picks over the next 6 months and probably hold them over the next 2 3 years. That is the you can say strategy, and make good money. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position to any share that I talk about should that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about these companies, as more requested, can you support me on Patreon? And wants to do that, help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. Once you get a $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and number of podcasts I put up from time to time. For detailed market or company talk, you can directly email me and we can work things out with a fee. And also, if you cannot pay on Patreon, you can get the yearly WhatsApp membership if you can email me. Now about the sector, it has been an underperformer post opening up of economy. So what happened was till 2019, all sectors were doing fine, and there wasn't a big outperformance in one sector or the market itself. And so we were going in a range of say 9,000 on the downside to 12,000 on the Nifty. And then from the pandemic times, it was all diagnostic pharmaceutical companies that shot up between March, April of 2020 till July, August, and then again shot up in 2021. And those two boosters took these companies much higher than what their valuations were earlier. So they were trading at say 19-20 times earlier, and they went up in 2021 to as much as 40 to 50 times, just like you can say consumer, normal consumer company. So eventually a derating was pretty much in the making, and that's what happened from the second half of 2022 and has gone through, I mean, to the new year. So over the last year or so, 15 months or so, the stocks have corrected between 30 to 60%, and currently a severely underowned sector compared to an overowned sector in 2021 or early part of 21. So that's why I bring to you these companies. Prospects of numbers bottoming out is probably more than numbers declining even further going forward, and is a good proxy to heavy market volatility, because these stocks do not move up and down that much. And once they start moving, they give you a consistent, you can say, up move over a longer period of time. So the first pick in this list is Torrent Pharma, one of the renowned, you can say, larger mid-cap pharma company, a leader in API and formulations, and one of the largest API and formulation company here in India. Exports around the globe to around 40 countries, and numbers have been decent, showing some growth. Although the company might do much better as Europe and US, you can say, rectify their problem and become much better, you can say, economically. They have expanded foreign business over the last year or so into Latin America and other parts of the world, and have remained stable as a stock in a tough environment, hasn't fallen that much. And remember that margins in Torrent Pharma has remained around 30%, although they were much better 2 years ago. But even 29-30% margin with the stock declining 20-30% from the top looks pretty good. So overall the stock looks good to probably start accumulating at these levels and on declines. The second pick in this list is a renowned, you can say, larger cap pharma firm, and that is Dr. Reddy's. Huge, it boasts of best of the clients, huge moat for the company, and that has led to the company doing reasonably okay with respect to top line and bottom line, and the stock not falling a lot. At most, it is down 15-20% from the top, and this is all because of the fact that they have operationally done well, and the cost cutting has taken place, and so that the bottom line numbers have been fine. So strong management and return ratios, and many brands serving clients globally. So it was marred by a number of US FDA issues which got resolved second half of last year. So by fag end of 2022, many of those problems got resolved. It has corrected around 15 to 18% from the top. I don't expect major correction in here. So one can start accumulating the stock on every 2-3% decline. Keep on accumulating. So you can buy 10-15% now, and then every 2-3% decline. Keep on accumulating the stock over the next quarter or so. I think from FY24 onwards, this stock as well should do well. In fact, this one could lead the pharma rally whenever it takes place. I expect pharma to recover by April, May of this year, or at most by second half of 2023, and go big over the next 2 to 3 years. The third in this list is, you can say, a twin brother of Dr. Reddy's, and that is DIVIS Lab. Now, this one has corrected big time from the top. In fact, I think 50% from the top. Over 11,000 employees, and market cap has reduced from 62,000 crores. That's what I wanted to write here. So from around 62,000 crores, market cap has appreciably reduced, and now is looking very attractive at these levels. Numbers have dipped, but stock has also corrected from the top, as I mentioned. So I think now around these levels, around 3,000, 3,300, wherever the stock is trading at, we are looking at a situation where Divi's Lab is trading at very attractive valuations, even with the numbers going down. I again expect numbers in this company to bottom out in the next 2 quarters or so. So again, it can be accumulated, and not buy immediately like you buy on Monday immediately. You don't do that. Probably what you can do is buy every week over the next 6-8 weeks, and divide your you can say investment in that manner. So a strong management and will perform well over the next 10 years. I think it will perform extremely well over the next 2-3 years, and should do well, DVs. The fourth in this list is IPCA Labs, another larger pharma company, provides variety of APIs and formulations. Again, have other global business, especially in UK. So that is why the company has not done well, because their major business comes from UK. They are also into you can say product manufacturing, which is over-the-counter drugs or OTC products that they produce. They produce hydroxyl chloroquine, which was pretty much in demand in the early part of the pandemic when it started, and that's why the stock shot up. But now it has been in a bear grip, and valuations look extremely good. So once this rally in the pharmaceutical space comes up, 8 or 10 companies will do extremely well, and 5 of them I'm listing here, which I believe have corrected and are at very reasonable valuations, or are extremely strong and should be the leaders in the bull run. So IPCA Labs is one of them, a strong institutional and promoter holding. Margins may bottom out by mid 2023. I think by June quarter, margins should be at its lowest, and should start performing from second half of this year. Again, a stock that can be accumulated. And finally, in this list is a, you can say, a smaller mid cap at a 18,000 crore market cap is LAURUS Labs. I believe that it has been one of the fastest growing pharma firm, and I think now that it is trading at around 20 times forward earnings, it looks extremely attractive. Remember, at its peak at around 620, 640 during Holi, I remember in February, March, it was trading at something like 35-40 times. So it has reduced appreciably from those levels, has corrected around 50%. Looks very good. Especially after the correction, looks extremely good, although the numbers have been up and down. I think numbers again will bottom out here, and probably now smart investors would like to buy into this stock at around 350, 340. Strong supports around 310, 320 levels. So I think from here on in the next 10-15%, one can accumulate the stock. So this is a video on the top 5 pharma picks on my behalf. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so you get my videos straight away when I post it. And kindly support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.